Good day, beautiful people. Once again, you're welcome to this channel. I remain your host, Patrick Maduka. Please, as we move on, don't forget to subscribe for more. Right now, we're going to look at the 10 greatest Nigerian football players in history ranked. You see, Nigerians are one of the most successful nations in Africa, winning the AFCON on 3 occasions. Napoli star Victor Osimhen makes a list dominated by attacking talent. JJ Okocha, Kanu, and Yakubu all starred in the Premier League as well as in the international stage. Now, Nigeria have some exceptional footballers over the decades. Since their first outing ever in the international game back in October 1949, the West African nation have boasted of some of the finest players Africa has ever produced. Admittedly, while recent tournaments have seen beautiful kit designs courtesy of Nike, as the furthest they've gone in the regard of continental and global acclaim. The Super Eagles have won the African Cup of Nations 3 times. Additionally, since their first World Cup appearance in 1994, Nigeria has appeared at least 6 of the last 8 editions of the Showpiece tournament, with a brilliant generation that suffered AFCON final heartache at the hands of the Ivory Coast in 2023. National team questions remained open-minded. However, with the likes of Victor Osimhen and co, answers look soon arrived. Read on here as we give you more highlights. Now, for the first number 10, we have Christian Chukwu. Yes, is number 10 in the list of the 10 greatest Nigerian footballers in history. Christian Chukwu, his career spanned 1972 to 1981. A fine player for Nigeria comes with an exquisite name, the chairman. Christian Chukwu was a marvel of defender and captained Nigeria between 1974 and 1980. He was the first Nigerian captain to ever lift the African Cup of Nations trophy after a 3-0 win over Algeria in the final of the 1980 tournament. Finding redemption after finishing runners-up in both 1976 and 1978. Chukwu spent the whole of his career with Enugu Rangers, yet ventured into management in retirement. He coached his old side to 6th place in 2008 to 2009 edition of Nigerian Premier League and later managed the national teams of Kenya and Nigeria. Yet, he was sacked from the latter after failure to qualify for 2006 World Cup in Germany. Christian Chukwu's international career: Nigerian caps 54, Nigerian goals 5, Nigerian assists 0. And then for number 9 we have Segun Odegbami. His career span is from 1970 to 1984. A staunch one-club man with Ibadan Shooting Stars, Segun Odegbami was an excellent winger in Nigeria's rich footballing history, fantastically named mathematical, due to his attending and graduation from Nigeria's premier technical institution, the Polytechnic in Ibadan. Odegbami's IQ transitioned seamlessly to football. With the Stars, Odegbami won 3 Nigerian Premier Leagues as well as 2 Nigerian FA Cups and an African Nation Cup Winners' Cup. Odegbami won for 6 caps and scored 23 goals for his country, which he guided to its first African Cup of Nations title at the 1980 tournament on home soil. Moreover, Much was his immense ability, he was also crowned AFCON top scorer on 2 occasions in 1980's triumph. But also in 1978 edition, he was also featured as part of both of those competitions, respective teams of the tournament, and was later voted into MasterCard's African team of the 20th century in 1998. Shogo Odegbami's international career: Nigerian caps 47, Nigerian goals 22, Nigerian assists 1. Now, for number 8, we have Yakubu Ayegbeni. Career span 1997 to 2017. Nicknamed the Yak. Yakubu Ayegbeni will likely be known to Premier League audiences after his early career saw him go from Lagos Julius Berger to Israel via a brief loan with Gil Vicente in Portugal. The dominant forward announced himself on the Champions League scene with Maccabi Haifa and 7 goals in 8 European appearances in 2002-03 season. These included a hat-trick against Olympiacos and a penalty in ridiculous 3-0 win over Manchester United. Subsequently, he moved to Portsmouth and kicked off a stellar spell in England, ultimately turning out for Middlesbrough, Everton and Blackburn Rovers, as he became the 4th highest African goal scorer in Premier League history with 96 goals. For the national team, Yakubu is the 3rd highest scorer with 21 goals in 58 appearances and represented them at 4 African Cup of Nations finals, finishing 3rd on 3 occasions: the 2010 FIFA World Cup and the 2000 Summer Olympics. Yakubu Ayegbeni's international career is as follows: Nigerian caps 58, Nigerian goals 21, Nigerian assists 2. And then we have Victor Osimhen. His career span is 2017 till date. Victor Osimhen represents the excitement and talent of Nigeria's next generations. Regarded as one of the finest forwards in elite football, his unbelievable knack for finishing is intertwined with the flittery of eye-catching goal-grabbing traits. While he possesses a certain physicality, height, and pace, his trademark gangly nature dovetails brilliantly with an agile elegance that makes the Napoli forward one of the most intriguing strikers to watch. Following a formative spell at Wolfsburg in Bangladesh, the Lagos native flourished in Belgium with Cagliari before Lille offered him a great platform to shine. Scoring 18 goals in his sole season, a big move to Napoli followed in 2020, and there he won the Serie A Best Young Player award in 2021-2022 season before the team after a superlative 26 goals, a record high for an African player as he helped Napoli win first Serie A title for 33 years. Osimhen made his Nigerian debut in 2017 and played AFCON 2019 and 2023, reaching the final of the latter. The 25-year-old is already the joint 3rd at all-time highest goal scorer for the Super Eagles and doesn't show signs of slowing down. Victor Osimhen's international career is as follows: Nigerian caps 35, Nigerian goals 21, Nigerian assists 11. Then George Finidi. His career span is 1989 to 2004. Considered one of the greatest Nigerian wingers, Finidi George was a physically strong and tall player who was known for his deceptively rapid pace accurate crosses, and efficient dribbles. The gifted George made a name for himself at Ajax after starting life in Nigerian football system. With the Amsterdam club, he notably won 3 Eredivisie, 2 Johan Cruyff Shield, as well as Champions Leagues in 1995. After this, he played several years in Spain with Real Betis, finishing Copa del Rey runner-up, while having a brief spell in England before retiring. Finidi made his debut for Nigeria in 1991 in an African Cup of Nations qualifier against Burkina Faso, providing 3 assists for Rashid Yekini and scoring once in a 7-1 demolition job. He helped his country win the 1994 edition of the tournament in Tunisia and also achieved 1 second, 2 third place finishes. He also appeared in 2 World Cups in 1994 and 1998, with the former seeing Nigeria exit in the round of 16 against eventual finalist Italy. In total, George earned 62 caps for his nations, and his goals for Nigeria was 6, and his assists is 4. Then we have Stephen Keshi for number 5. His career span was 1979 to 1998. Mentored by the great Christian Chukwu, Stephen Keshi followed in the defender's footsteps by lifting the AFCON trophy for 15 years after the first triumph in 1980. Like the chairman Chukwu, Keshi also played in the art of defense and earned himself a great nickname, the Big Boss. Keshi was a player known for his immense leadership qualities as well as a distinction for protecting his own goal. He played club football in 5 countries, notably Belgium, where he won the league championship with Anderlecht in 1991. Keshi ultimately achieved 60 caps for his country and represented Nigeria at the 1994 World Cup. His tally made him the second most capped Nigerian at the time of his retirement, and he utilized his experience to adapt to management after making history by qualifying underdogs Togo at the 2006 World Cup. He took the Nigerian job in 2011 and marked his name in 2013, becoming one of the most men to ever leave the AFCON trophy. Then next at number 4, we have Michael John Obi, and his career span was 2004 to 2021. Michael John Obi burst on the scene back at 2005 World Youth Championship in Netherlands as he played a starring role as Nigeria finished second. He finished second himself as the tournament's most valuable player behind a certain Lionel Messi, and played out an excellent career in elite football from that point, going from Plateau United in his homeland to Lyn in Norway in 2004. The champion's performances accelerated his career, and Chelsea snatched him from under Manchester United nose in 2006. This was particularly controversial as the Red Devils claimed he's already signed, yet the Blues would benefit. Michael was an integrated part of a great era for the West London club at Chelsea. His most synonymous club, Michael, won the Premier League twice, the FA Cup 4 times, the League Cup twice, and the Community Shield once. He once tasted European success with both a Champions League 2011 to 2012 and Europa League 2012 to 2013 triumph. In a 14-year international career between 2005 and 2019, Mikel played 91 times for Nigeria, scoring 6 goals at this time too. He also helped the Super Eagles win 2013 AFCON as well as a bronze medal at 2016 Olympics. Mikel Obi's international career is as thus: Nigerian caps 91, Nigerian goals 6, Nigerian assists 12. And then at number 3 we have JJ Okocha. His career span was from 1990 to 2008. There have been a few African players better at dribbling at a football than JJ Okocha. With a truly natural talent for playing cat and mouse with defenders in a storied career, Okocha took a street approach and projected it beautifully into the global scene with several top European clubs, including Eintracht Frankfurt, PSG, Bolton Wanderers, and Fenerbahce. Adopting a childlike wonder to his play, Okocha denoted how important his early makeshift experiences were to his skill set. In an interview with BBC Sport, the creative gen stated, "As far as I can remember, we used to play with anything, with any round thing we could find. And whenever we managed to get hold of a ball, that was a bonus. I mean, it was amazing." Although his career admittedly lacked the silverware his supreme ability deserved, Okocha still scored 14 goals in 75 appearances for Nigeria and was a vital part of the team that won the 1994 African Nations Cup. He also saw an Olympic gold medal in 1996 as well as the French Super Cup with PSG in 1998 to 1999. Yet could have earned more. The 2004 Pele list of top 125 living footballers included the 2005 African Footballer of the Year. JJ Okocha's international careers is as thus: Nigerian caps 73, Nigerian goals 14, Nigerian assists 2. And then for number 2 we have Rashidi Yekini. His career span is 1981 to 2005. Rashidi Yekini was another example of Mercurial Nigerian in this list and still stands as his country's top scorer to this day. In an early career that saw him grow in an imposing force, he moved between Nigeria's sides UNTL Kaduna, Shooting Stars, and Abiola Bay before venturing to the Ivory Coast to play for African Sports in Abidjan. There he caught the European eye and moved to Victoria Setibol and notched a remarkable 91 goals in 114 league games. Sadly, another Nigerian legend gone too soon. Yekini's legacy still stands the test of time as one of the greats. The Super Forward scored 37 goals in 58 games for Nigeria and set the example of forwards that followed him. Yekini represented his nation in 7 major tournaments, including 2 World Cups, where he scored the country's first ever goal in the competition. He was also named the African Footballer of the Year in 1993. Rashidi Yekini's international football career is as thus: Nigerian caps 58, Nigerian goals 37, Nigerian assists 4. And then at number 1 we have Nwankwo Kanu. His career span is 1992 to 2012. 6'6", Nwankwo Kanu is not only a giant in person but also a giant in Nigerian football. With a career that began with Iwayanwu National in Nigeria, the massive forward trailblazed an excellent journey through sport. Widely considered as one of the greatest African footballers of all time, Kanu became steadily known for his physical strength, slender frame, and large stature, but also as an elegance in possession and found great success in a withdrawn offensive role just behind the main striker. Although debatably inconsistent in the main role, Kanu earned himself the moniker of superb sub, scoring decisive goal from the bench for a number of teams, especially at Arsenal. There, he was an invisible as well as an FA Cup and Charity Shield winner. However, this arrived after a brilliant spell at Ajax, where he won 3 Eredivisie titles and that historic Champions League in 1994 to 1995. Kanu played for Nigeria from 1994 to 2011 and helped his nation win Olympic gold at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, where he scored the winning goal in the 4-3 semi-final victory over Brazil. His second goal of the match, Kanu participated at the 1998 and 2002 World Cups as well as the 2010 edition. Nwankwo Kanu's international careers is as follows: Nigerian caps 86, Nigerian goals 12, Nigerian assists 4. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe for more. Hope you got value from this lineup.